I'm Chris.V.
And I'm Kenny.V. Laser Dude 99.
And we're here to review Men in Black 2.
Well, let's see what you got here, Chief.
2. Yes, it was released in 2002, I believe. Let's see the copyright here.
Well, you gotta make this right, you know.
Yeah, 2002.
Oh, good guess, man.
And you and me saw it, I think, in the theater.
In the theaters.
Yes.
Well,
what's your feelings coming out of this movie?
Well, I just want to say quickly that I love the first one.
Okay.
Okay, I just like the first movie was funny, hip, had tons of cool special effects, and made you really think: are there aliens around us? This movie brought a whole new meaning to the phrase overboard.
Yes.
They tried to go way overboard with everything, and see, this is a problem with sequels. When you try to outdo the movie that came before you, what you get is usually just a huge mess. For sequels, people shouldn't try to outdo the movie, they should just try to make a good movie.
Exactly. Before we get into Men in Black, though, there's another movie here. Hairspray. Briefly going to go into this. Look at all these names. John Travolta, Michelle Pfeiffer, Christopher Walken, Amanda Bynes, James Marsden,
Queen
Latifah.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, some of these people I'll be working with. But it's just sad because all of these people are in it, and it's not satisfying.
At all.
This is what we call, at the time, you know, there was the whole black thing back in the 90s, and so they had to have black singers. This is for fat people. Fat people that love to sing. This is for you. And so we think, I don't know, how about you? I couldn't finish the movie.
I didn't even watch it.
I started watching it, and I was halfway through the film, and I decided no. And like, look at the cover; it's off the cover. We just hate this movie.
It's fit
for the garbage can.
Garbage.
So we're throwing that away.
All right, now back to our topic.
Exactly.
Men in Black 2.
Men in Black 2.
Okay. Think Earth might be in a bad way, and you may be the only one that can save it.
Well, you know, neither rain, sleet, snow.
Good and bad.
Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones. They're coming back at you for the second movie. Notice how it is 2009. They have not made a third movie. That should explain it.
You know,
right there. Wasn't really anything to go off. So why make a third movie?
In this movie, Tommy Lee Jones looked like he was asleep. He was like, yep, what am I shooting at now? Okay, bang, okay, next thing.
Yeah.
And Will Smith is like, I'm making money, let's do this.
Personally, Tommy Lee Jones, like, I like him as an actor, but I don't think he even felt that he was doing a great film.
At this point
ask him.
Yeah, at this point in Tommy Lee Jones' career, he was not doing anything good.
So,
but with this and Man of the House and stuff like that.
Goodness.
I don't know what he was thinking.
I think he was just looking for work.
I think his wife made him do it, you know, just like, I want you to see it in something better. But, like, of course, it was a sequel to a good movie in this. But
now, the good movie was based on the comics, as Kenneth.
I believe, yes, it was based on a comic book. I don't know who wrote it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, let's just. The only thing that I kind of liked in this movie was the creatures in the locker. The fact that they had a whole city and colony in that locker, that they weren't aware of anything in the outside world, sort of thing.
Right.
But that's just like, 5-minute scene? 5 minutes?
5-minute scene, you know, and we lose time here, every time.
And also, the scene where that giant slug lizard, like, tears through the city, through the subway. Okay, there is no way they could memory wipe everybody by doing that.
Exactly. One of the things you have to remember is Barry Sonnenfeld has a unique way of doing his films. And this movie, it was like, let's make the smallest alien, be something so big and so enormous. And they throw in this girl villain that she has no clothes on halfway through the film, which is not necessary.
Okay,
this is for kids. This is for kids. You really want your kids to see this.
I mean, okay, like, honestly, if you're gonna have your villain as a girl, you don't want her to be like a stripper.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, because that's not menacing. That's not like, oh man, she has most of her clothes. Oh man, I'm
This
scared.
film has a good thing of saying, oh, what might seem to be is not, which is fine, but it's not realistic at all. Half of the film, Will Smith is convincing Tommy Lee Jones that he was working with him, and he's trying to convince him to get back in the game.
And half
the next part of it is, sorry for interrupting, but the next part of it is Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith trying to convince this girl that she is someone special. And at the end of the movie, Tommy Lee Jones says, every time you cry, it rains. That's why it rains, because you cry.
Oh, don't you think she would have noticed? She was like 20-something.
You know what I think? When they sent her off into space, they're probably just like, let's just get rid of this girl.
Yeah,
she's following us.
She won't leave me alone. Get her out of here.
Will Smith was like, hell, thank you. Thank you for that, Tom.
Oh, okay. The villain was like, they got out the big guns and killed the villain like one shot.
Mm-hmm.
After she was supposed to be this humongous menacing thing. And then there was that thing with that alien with the 3 clones of him, miniature clones.
It was, yeah, that wasn't really necessary. And I'm like, also, Spielberg, why are you producing this movie?
I think it was asleep and he was signing things in his sleep.
Come on, let's respect the Spielberg, but at the same hand, Men in Black 2, I came out and my cousin liked it. I didn't like it personally, so
I liked it at the time.
I think it's garbage.
In my final thoughts, I just want to say that I loved the first movie. This movie was overblown, badly crafted, not well directed, and just overall not funny. I have to give this a big thumbs down.
So, suffice it to say, I'm not really happy with the Men in Black 2. I mean, it's just not, it doesn't hold anything, no value. It's just exciting to watch, and in some parts not that exciting at all. The story's flawed. There's a lot of things that are flawed in it. One thing I did get out of it was there's a funny part where Will Smith is like, boo, boo, chicka, boo, 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 boo. And that stuck with me, but the rest of it washed down the toilet. So I'm giving it not 1, but 2 thumbs down.